Apo yuri unu chin amito twak about Mzee Okidi Smey. Okidi Smey bedo dhano me Kapur clan, was born around 1915, and he was one of the Kapur elder. He was one of the East African early entrepreneurs in the 1940s. Mzee Okidi Smey was known for his trade in spears and iron work, the cowbell, the knife, etc. Being a son from the Kapur clan, the Kapur iron work and the iron smelters partner with the Mzee and sold to him their items and the product. Mzee served in army in the early days and later on joined police force and served for 2 years in 1940s. So at that time, Mzee got two of his good friends who were Karamojong, and this was Jacobo Lowok. Jacobo Lowok, if you see in most history, later on came and served as the country chief of Bokora and was based in Lokopo in the 1960s. And then Kedia, who was also one of the good friends to Mzee Okidi. So Mzee Okidi and these two friends of his teamed up together and started selling spears while they were carrying on their head from Labwor to J in the 1940s, 1950s in exchange with the goats, whereby 2 goats will go for a pair of spear. So Mzee did this trade within J and ventured into Dodoth for some good time. Later on, the trade went on and he moved eastward and joined the traders in Turkana. So he was the first Labwor man who ventured the trade of iron work into Turkana, where he was exchanging the spears with the goats, changing the knife, exchanging cowbell that are used by most warriors and most Turkana in the old days as they head their cattle. So when the trade became good for about 4 years, historically, it was said Mzee Okidi teamed up with another Laborian, and this was Angelo Awok in the early days, and they ventured with Mzee Angelo Awok northward to Dodoth. So in Dodoth, they were able to move up to Lotugo in Toposa, so where they ventured for about 2 years, selling this iron work in Toposa and eastward, northward, and eventually entered into South Sudan, where the intertribal conflict in South Sudan pushed Mzee back in the 1960s to come and concentrate with his trade within Dodoth land. So based on the fact that he was able to understand some Karamojong words, he was able to venture the trade mostly in that area until late 1970s, when Mzee decided to get back. And whatever he has sold and whatever he has gotten in exchange, he would take and sell it in Acholi land to West Nile side. So Mzee did this trade for quite a long time, and what he got from the trade, he was able to pay his bride price at the time of his marriage in the early days. So Mzee was known as one of the Labwor people, together with Angelo Awok, to have ventured into trade in East Africa. At a time when there was no bus, no transport mean, they would walk long distance on foot to go and sell spares. So briefly, that is